Okay, the Emily Carr mixed media. Today's goal is to just paint the background, which is the sky and the grass. Do not think about trees. Do not think about bushes. So on your tray, you're going to find blue, green, purple, brown, white, and black pencils, and then your brushes. So you have a black piece of paper. It needs to be vertical, which is top to bottom. You're going to get your pencil off your tray. Go ahead and write your name. Because we're painting without drawing, there's going to be no way you can flip it over and try again. Put your pencil back on the tray. Flip your paper over. Now, we're going to be creating tints and shades. Tints is adding white. Shades is adding black. So if you take one of your main colors, blue, and add white, that is a tint. Or blue and add a little black, it is a shade. Now you must be careful when you are creating a shade with black. You just need a little bit of black. Too much black and you won't be able to see the color on your paper. If you do need to draw a line to create a horizon where the grass is going to meet the sky, that's okay. You can draw that. But for the most part, you're going to be creating colors without your mixing trays. We're going to be doing some double dips. So once you've got your name and your horizon, go ahead and pop the tops off your paint. Please keep all paint on the tray. It's going to be in the center. So make sure all tops are off. Now, I am showing you one way to do this. I'm going to be using my cool blue, purples, and greens in the sky. And then more of the greens on the bottom. So what you're going to do is you can always just start with the actual color. Now I'm going to try to get as much blue off my brush before I dip into the white. And watch, you just want to make sure you go down and up. If you stir or do any movement in the cup, it's going to mix the color. If you just watch me, I went down and up and nothing mixed. So now I'm going to add that to some of the blue that I had on the paper. Again, I'm kind of using my paper like a paint mat. I'm getting all the paint off before I go to another color. Now I'm going to add some green, making a beautiful bluish greenish sky. Again, trying to get all that color off before I dip. Again, so technically I never like to mix dark to light first. I always want to dip light first, then dark. So again, I just used the blues and the green and purple with white. So I tinted those colors for the sky. So now once I've got the sky, I'm going to move down to the grass. I want to get as much paint off as I can. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to start with my green. Now brown is a great color to make a kind of olive brown or green. So if you mix the brown with the green, again, making sure I'm just putting my paintbrush down and up. I'm not stirring or moving it in the cup, because if you do, that's when it changes the color in the cup. I do want a difference between the top and the bottom. As you can see, I use more of the dark colors on the bottom, more lighter colors on the top. Okay, so again, this is just the background. Once this dries, we're going to be using chalk pastels or oil, depending on what you like, to create the trees That's why it's called mixed media. We're using two different medias. Paint is our first media. Chalk or oil pastels will be the second media that we're adding on top of this. So once you have your background painted, you're going to walk your paint mat and your art to the back and put it on the drying rack. Paintbrushes, you don't have to put it back in this. You are going to take your own brush, walk it to the back little sink, put it in the orange bucket. Once everybody has finished painting, then yes, someone's going to take your tops and carefully pop them on. Notice if you put your palm down, it helps. You should hear a snap. If you just lay it there, it's going to dry out. So snap it on. Make sure all your tops are on. Once everybody's painting your tray with your closed paints, this is going to be empty because all of your brushes are in the sink and your pencils should be on here. That's going to go back to the back counter. Then you're going to make sure that you get a wipe and wipe your table down.